What's going on, everybody? It's about that time for another GmiasWorld podcast. Today we have a very special guest that's going through a life-threatening disease that I am very sensitive to based on what you guys know that I do when it comes to these type of subjects. I had a sub reach out to me to let me know that it was somebody with a real-life story, and I was very interested in hearing it from her own mouth, and the sub was able to actually get her so I can get contact with her, and she's going to go ahead and introduce herself and let us know today what's going on. She goes by the name of Alqui, and she's going to go ahead, introduce yourself. Let us know what's going on.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alqui. I'm currently battling leukemia.
Okay.
I was first diagnosed in 2010.
Okay.
I went into remission pretty quickly that first time around.
Okay.
With hardcore medication and everything like that. The type of leukemia that I have is CML, chronic myeloid leukemia.
Okay.
Where it makes your white blood cells reproduce dramatically and treated. Little tumor your vein.
Okay. Your phone was just breaking up a little bit on that, but go ahead. Say okay. It's CML, and what exactly does it do? Say that again one more time.
It makes your white blood cells reproduce itself really, really fast.
Okay.
And the white blood cells are not good. They're mutated. They're just little tumors basically in your veins.
Yeah.
Reproducing themselves. The first time around, I went into remission pretty quick because of all the medication that I was under.
Okay.
But now this time it came back, and it looks like it came back with a vengeance because it's really working on my last nerves.
Okay.
But the issue with me is that besides having leukemia, I also have sickle cell anemia.
Okay. And yes. Okay. So were you? So you were previously getting transfusions also for the sickle cell before the leukemia was even diagnosed?
Yes. It took them a while to diagnose the leukemia because they kept treating my sickle cell thinking that was the issue.
Okay. And what's your blood type, if you don't mind me asking?
O positive.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so pretty much, O negative, O positive, and you can get from other A positives. Okay, take us through. Okay, because basically, what were the first time around? How many rounds did you use chemotherapy? Was it radiation? What type of treatments did they put you through?
The first time around, they were looking into doing chemo, but due to my sickle cell, it wasn't a good thing to do.
Okay.
So basically, they were just giving me oral medication.
Okay, and what type? Because I'm familiar with bleomycin, cisplatin, VP16, aka etoposide. Because like I said, I had family members go through it, and once it affected me, which was in October 2011 when I lost my nana to stomach cancer. I did more research into it, going back to as far as World War II, to see that they're actually using nuclear agents in chemotherapy, and it takes so much out of it. And in doing so, I've been involved with a lot of hospitals, and I go out and do things with charities and kids, and I have to say, like, you guys, I'm envious of the power and like the contrition, like the way you guys are able to, like, even you right now, to be so uplifted and go on and know that, you have to go through these treatments, and they're not really doing everything that they can, because I know you're dealing with insurance. I don't even have to ask you. I've been through that, and they're going to give you stuff to try before they actually give you the real things. I've done all that. I've been on the phone going crazy with these people because they're all douchebags, and I don't think that Obama's new healthcare law is going to do anything to help situations like this.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so basically take us through because right now you're currently being treated. I want you to. That's why I really thank you very much for taking this call, because I haven't been able to get anyone that's currently going through treatment that wants to speak, because for different reasons. So I really commend you for doing it. But I want you to take us through a day of a treatment of what like when you wake up and you have to go in currently to do treatments. What is your day like?
My day starts off really, really early. I barely sleep because of the aches and pains that I have.
Okay.
With the sickle cell, it attacks my bones.
Okay.
So I'm always in pain, 24/7.
Okay.
The type of leukemia I have also attacks your bones. So my bones are always cracking. I find myself at times where I can't stand up. It's not because I don't want to. I don't have the energy to. I just literally can't, because my bones won't be able to stand up. It won't hold me up.
Okay, so do you? Is there someone around that helps you to to get to where you need to get to, things like that?
I refuse it. I refuse to get help.
Okay, I like that too. See, that's why I'm going to tell you something, and that's why I respect the people that are willing to go through the fight, because I used to think that I was a tough guy because I wrestled and, you know, I went to college with a full scholarship and all that BS. It wasn't until I got involved with this and I've seen, you know, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds diagnosed with brain cancer, all types of things. Previously, we just lost Talia Castellano. I was following her story. The type of energy and things that you guys naturally can't, you know, create based on these drugs that they're giving you to naturally drain you. It's like, at this point in 2013, they should be able to do something for you to where it doesn't actually kill you while they're trying to help you. And that's what it seems like happens to all, you know, patients going through any type of cancer. Would you, you know, is there any, do you have any stories as regards to them giving you medications that are not the right thing, like a guinea pig, to see if that works first and then see is there anything that's happened with you like that going on currently?
Well, right now I am a guinea pig to science because in all reality, to find a person with sickle cell and leukemia in the same body, I'm number 7 that they have in the book.
Okay. So it's a very rare type. So they're just trying to give you whatever they can to see what happens.
Yeah, right now they're just trying different things. The first time around, my doctor at that point, he just went straight into we were talking about chemo for a while. Chemo, after me doing my researches of it, it's not something that, it's basically my last resort. I see more cons than pros when it comes to chemo due to my sickle cell.
Yes.
So it's something that I put off.
Okay.
They were doing radiation on me the first time around.
Okay.
But that drained me completely, and we're going nowhere. My leukemia was actually advancing. Okay. Finally, my doctor asked me to try a medication by the name of Gleevec.
Okay.
I didn't have insurance the first time around either, so it was something that I was putting on credit cards.
Okay.
And just taking loans out of.
Okay.
Boss at the time, he actually found out about what I was going through, and he actually paid for my medication out of pocket.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's commendable. Okay.
Yeah, and that actually worked the first time around, and I went into remission quickly. This time around, my leukemia came back stronger than ever. It's reproducing. In July, there was about 13% of my white blood cells that we mutated, and I just went to the doctors on Monday, and I'm at 27% mutated. Okay. So it's doubling pretty quickly.
Yeah. Okay. So
they have me under Hydra. I don't know if you've heard of that medication. It's something that they've used for sickle cell for a very long time, and now they see that it actually helps my type of leukemia.
Okay.
But it's not making a difference for me.
Okay.
My insurance. My doctor wants to put me back on the Gleevec that was on prior.
Yes.
But my insurance wants me to go down a list of things in order to approve it because it is $7,500 for 30 days.
Yeah, no, yeah, and that's what my problem is with these insurance companies is because, you know, the majority of the country is sort of like car insurance. A high majority of the country doesn't have accidents, so they make their money off of the people that are, you know, people that are drunk driving and doing, and stuff like that. But with people that are going through things like this, there shouldn't be a limit, and there should be something where it's written in the law, this is why I don't agree with what Obama's doing, and it's completely unconstitutional. But these are the things that I don't like, and because you really need to get the best thing. And like I said, I have a story like that also with my daughter who had a problem. They thought she had asthma. So they, instead of giving her the best medication for it, which was Zopanex, they offered me albuterol, which has all kinds of ridiculous side effects. So I told the lady, I told the lady on the phone, is it necessary for me to put my daughter through that? And she said, yes, it's the law. And it's a federal law. So I had to have my daughter go through albuterol to have crazy shaking and shivering at night for months before they gave her Zopanex. So I know that's why I understand, and like I said, it's a very, very delicate situation. And right now that you're at 27%, what are they? Are you considering? I know that you're gonna have a walk going on. You can tell us about the walk. That's gonna be October 10th, 2013.
Yes.
And you
at Lake Eola in Orlando.
Okay, I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna actually write it down after we're done and make sure I post it properly. But it's what time does your walk start?
At 5:30.
Okay, and what is it? A 1 mile walk? Like how is it? 1K, 5K?
You walk around Lake Eola. I believe it's like 4 times. It's probably like a mile that we do in total.
Okay.
It's basically a meet and greet in the beginning. You get to meet other people that's going through the same thing you're going through.
Yes.
They have food, they have music, they have face painters. It's something fun.
Okay, good.
Everyone gets a shirt
Okay.
as well as a balloon, and inside of the balloon there's a little light.
Okay, good.
The red balloons are for the supporters, the white ones are for the survivors.
Oh, nice.
The point of the balloon and the light, you're lighting up the night. It's called Light the Night, the walk.
Okay, that's
at the end of the walk, we all hold the balloons and we let them go. You're lighting up the dark world of cancer. That's what it symbolizes.
Yeah, that's really nice. If I was in Florida, what is it? A year ago. If I could be there, I would definitely be there. I have a walk that I'm going to also September 29th. It's my third of the year. But this is for the Wish Kids, the Wish.org, where they give the kids the trips to Disney World and stuff like that are battling cancer. I'm going to one September 29th also, and I'm gonna it's a 5K walk, but it's in New York over here. But and I also have a blood drive that I'm the president of. That's gonna be going on, I believe, October 16th from 3 to 9. But that's for this for New York basically. But I'm just letting you understand that because a lot of people don't understand what it takes to get through this. They just, they look at it and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's just another person diagnosed. They don't understand that for each individual, it's a different story. So with you,
many people don't understand that blood cancer is an actual cancer. You have a lot of ignorant people out there that believe, oh, okay, you have leukemia, get a blood transfusion, you're okay.
Yeah.
They believe that if you get a pint of blood from somebody else, now their blood is inside your veins, so you should be good.
Yeah, they don't understand.
It's not like that, because if it was like that, nobody would be dealing with it.
Exactly. So basically, with what you're saying, are you considering chemotherapy at this point, or what are your doctors suggesting?
Right now, what we're doing is radiation for my spleen.
Okay.
My spleen is very, very swollen at the moment. It's like triple the size that it needs to be.
Okay.
They've actually said that I should remove my spleen. Again, I'm not one that just because a doctor advises me I'm going to.
Me neither.
I Google till I can't Google anymore, so there's nothing else I can search.
Yeah,
for me, I don't see me removing my spleen doing anything for me. Okay, my spleen won't be swollen, okay, but the swelling of it doesn't bother me now, so why would I remove it? When it needs to be.
That's another thing. Yes. I love your mindset because it's very, very. It's actually identical to mine. With the Google all the way down through. I don't listen to any suggestions. I do everything I can possibly before until it's a last resort basically. So I love how adamant you are about that, and I believe with that mindset you're gonna beat this, and we'll talk about it later on afterwards when everything is back under control. But what is your next move based on what they're telling you?
Well, right now, they, still have to do the radiation. It's going to be like 6 sessions of it in order to put my spleen back to normal.
Okay.
They have me in Hydra medication. They want me to take that for 6 weeks.
Okay.
Get blood work again and see where I stand. And then at that point, we would go ahead and consider maybe full body radiation or changing the medication into something else.
Okay.
So it's a waiting game. Right now, I still have 4 weeks to go with the medication, which this medication has me throwing up. I can't hold anything down. I'm just running on spirit basically because I don't have any food or anything in my stomach.
Yeah, and that's actually
I can't hold it down.
Did they give you any? I know there's a lot of other pills that they were giving to my family and friends to help them hold down their food. To take away the nausea, which comes with the medication, which is another stupid thing I don't understand at this point. How are they still giving you medications that make you nauseous? We should have, I believe, I always talk about Richard Nixon when he declared the war on cancer so long ago. And it's taken away not only, the middle class poor, it's taken away people like Steve Jobs. So it's obvious that they're not putting as much into it as people that donate and all the monies that these charities make. Because for you to not be able to eat while you're on a medication, it doesn't make any logical sense. So are you able to hold down fluids? Like what can you do at this point?
What I'm living off of is Ensure. Clear Ensure. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I can probably eat a cracker or 2 a day, if that. But more than likely I'll throw it up before I go to bed.
And you tell your doctors these type of things, and what are the suggestions? There's nothing like maybe we can do.
They'll continue giving me different medications to help with the nausea, to help with the throwing up and all that. I was in New Jersey a couple months back, and my father actually took me to a natural doctor.
Okay.
Now he's somebody who I've met many doctors, and I find him amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. I don't know what is it that he does, but he knows what he's talking about. This was before I was diagnosed again with leukemia.
Okay.
I went into his office and just told him that I had body aches, I have sickle cell, and he's like, okay. He laid me on his table, and he started tapping the table and putting different minerals on my body.
Okay.
This lasted for about 15 minutes. He told me to sit up. He told me that my spleen was swollen. He told me what my body needed for the sickle cell. He also agreed, don't remove your spleen. And he also told me that I had a cancer cell wanting to reignite, so I should check myself regularly, which is the reason why I started checking myself again to make sure the leukemia wasn't back.
Okay.
Doctor, everything is vitamins. It's not anything, hardcore medication that I need a prescription for. And I called him and I told him about my nausea situation, and he actually prescribed me, I can't think of the name off the bat right now, but it's a liquid.
Okay.
And I take that, and it does calm down the nausea stuff, but with all the medication I'm taking for my sickle cell and my leukemia, I think it's amazing for what it does, taking the effect of all the medication that's in my body.
Okay.
But I prefer contacting him when it comes to things like that, like medications that is not going to heal me, but it's going to help.
Okay, and he is he an acupuncturist? Like, what is he? He's just is he Chinese?
No, he's Haitian.
Oh, okay. And
and he does his acupuncture that I saw on his window or anything like that. He's just a natural doctor, and I sat there, and he has a lot of clients that keep coming back to him, and everything's all natural vitamins.
Okay, and
I just give him a call anytime I think I have a question about an extra that may be going on in my body.
Okay, and so pretty much, how often are your visits to the doctor right now? Would you say?
They're supposed to be once a month, but I'm going because with my radiation, I go in 3 times a week. But I'm going in at least once a week.
You're going at once a week. So how do you have time to, like? Because I'm pretty sure, like I said, I've seen people that go through this. How do you have the energy to do your regular daily activities?
God sent. I don't have. I'm a morning person. I am. Every time I wake up, I'm excited. I'm happy. I do have energy because yay, one more day.
Yep.
That's the energy that keeps me going. I wake up. I get my kids ready, send them off to school, carry on about my business. I have fundraisers going on with Chili's, with BJ's Restaurant. I had a big yard sale that I just finished doing. I'm actually this Saturday going to be at Burlington Coal Factory doing another fundraiser. So I'm keeping myself busy because, yes, my body wants me to rest, and yes, I probably should be resting. But I believe making people aware of blood cancer is more important than me resting.
Yes, that definitely true.
In life.
Yeah, it's definitely true because people. Another thing that people don't understand that are ignorant is that blood can't be reproduced, without actual humans. Humans have to go out and donate it, and it's a lot of myths behind giving blood. Where I'm gonna the needle and this. And it's so much not like that. And like I said, I work with the Red Cross when I do my blood drives, and I do one once a year, and it's pretty big. I give as much as I can because I myself is O negative, but my grandmother, she was actually O positive, so that they only can get from other O positive or something. It's one of those things. Is it the O positive that only can get from O positive, or is it the O negative?
O positive.
Yeah, that's what it is. So basically, I was doing blood drives before any of this happened, and when it happened, I'm like, wow, because like I said, I come from a background where it was a very, very violent thing. It was a lot of crazy stuff. It was basically the hood, and I understood what it was about, and I wanted to make better of myself, my family, so I got away from it, and I wanted to make a change and just do different things to more like help people that I can never meet, but just be able to know that it's something being done for my part, because I just took a notice that it's such a low percentage of people that'll give blood, but they'll go out and buy a Miley Cyrus CD. And it's like...
Oh, no. That there irks me. I cannot stand when I see it on Facebook. My friends, I think that when I first started with the whole blood drive and everybody donate blood, I think I had maybe 10 people off my Facebook that would donate. And now I have it on the regular. People telling me, oh, look, my sticker, I donated. Because my thing is, okay, everybody has a fear of something.
Yeah.
And then you have people who have a fear of needles. I think that's about the most ridiculous fear anyone can have.
Yeah.
Okay, you're afraid of a little needle that's going to be in your arm for, 10 minutes? okay, I'm afraid of dying.
Yeah.
Which one do you think is more important is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I have a very straightforward way of doing fundraisers, very different. But I get people out there to donate blood.
Yeah, no, like I said, my wife also is very aggressive. But when people are passing by and they start giving excuses, but what I've learned, and I try to calm her down, is to make her understand that it's very, very hard for some people that have a fear to be forced in a way if you're too adamant. So, I try to mellow it out because women are so different than men when it comes to that, when they want something done. So you guys have a way of just like letting people feel really bad about it and getting away with it. Men are more of we have to be a little bit more subtle because then it becomes a different situation. We become too forceful. Yeah. So yeah, it's like, yeah, but like like I said, I love and respect everything that you're doing, because if it was more people like you that just didn't back down and go away from it, I believe that it would be more of an outcry of people to actually go in and know what's going on. And that's why I definitely wanted to hear, because when people hear this, because like I said, I have over 60 countries that download this podcast. And when they hear it, no matter what it is, because when I go to these places, I see people from every ethnicity. So, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you are. When you're in that room, everybody's the same because somebody's being affected by it. And it's just like the stories that I hear. And once again, because what I do on a professional level, I don't let everybody know, specifically where these things are going to be, because I have decent outcomes to where it is, but it's just about the voice being heard and you actually going through it currently and having so much, you have an energy in your voice where it's like, you don't give a F about what everybody's telling you. This is what you're going to do. And that's what you need to beat it. And like I said, I wish you nothing but the best with it. And I just want to know, is there, like, other than you being able to wake up every morning and be thankful, there has to be something else that gives you the energy to want to go on every day. It can't just be the fact that you're waking up and you're just happy. Something has to drive, because I know you have those points where it's just like, what the F am I doing? Why am I doing this? What makes you how do you get over that hump?
I do have my moments where I just want it all to end. I don't want to feel any more pain or anything like that. But I honestly can't pinpoint what it is. Anytime that I am feeling down, I'll receive a random text message from someone. Just a couple weeks ago, I actually was really, really down. I was really depressed about with my blood results and all that. And I received a random message on Facebook from a complete stranger that I stumbled upon my Facebook page. And she read it, and she was just in tears with everything that I was writing. Things like that keep me going.
Okay, okay.
I don't have an actual... Yes, my children that I love and adore, they are my reason, but I really don't know what drives me to do so. I think it's because it's needed, and I don't know. I when you hear someone with cancer, everyone gets this mental picture of someone being skinny, sick, bald. Like, they have this image of a person with cancer.
Yes, and
you can ask anybody that knows me. I'm everything but that. You would look at me, you would never guess that I'm going through so much and that I have so much going on in my plate.
Oh my goodness!
That's why I need to make it known to people.
Yeah. No. Listen, like
stereotype people, and I guess I want people to know.
No. People are gonna definitely know. You with the podcast right now. Yeah, when this is released, it's also gonna be available on iTunes. Like I don't play around with it. When I'm done with this, it's going to be uploaded within 20 minutes when this interview is done. It'll be available on iTunes in every country in the world. And like I said, I have a lot of downloads with it. And then I'm going to also put it on YouTube. And I'm going to put the information for your Facebook page on my Facebook page. I'm going to post it on Twitter, stuff like that. Like I said, it's nothing for me. I don't want any benefit. That's the difference between me and a lot of other people that do it. I want no benefit from this. I want no benefit from this other than for you to be okay, because it makes me feel better that I know my grandma would be like, okay, at least he understands what I went through, and me throwing up and me losing my hair and being skinny and just not being what she was, not being what I knew. So that's all I do it for. I don't care what else happens from it. That's why I said I just love to hear, because you actually, like I said, I was one of those guys when I graduated high school and I had a full scholarship to wrestle. I thought that wrestling was the toughest thing, and there was nothing that could top me, nothing until I met kids that went through all these surgeries, all these radiations, and they're still smiling. And I'm saying to myself, I don't understand. I ask, teenagers, adults, and I don't understand how you guys can do it, because I do research into this stuff. And I know that when you say that you're drained, I've seen it firsthand regularly. I don't know how the F you're so excited right now and are able to talk the way you're talking. I don't know what the F is wrong with you. I think they should have you examined for something else. But I really
because to you, how you're not actually, not saying that you don't understand it, but how you don't physically have the disease. What I see a big deal may not be so big to you.
Yeah.
Understand? Like, for example, if I were to see a butterfly,
yeah,
I get beyond excited, and people look at me like I'm crazy.
Okay.
How many times do you really see a butterfly?
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, wow, I saw a butterfly.
Wow.
It's the way that I see things. I wake up in the morning. You have people that'll snooze their alarm 6, 7, 8, 9 times. No, I wake up before my alarm because, oh my God, I made it another day. So I have 24 hours to go ahead and do something.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know if when I doze off for the hour or two, if that's going to be me dozing off or that's the end of me.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. With that thought process and the way that you do it, I'm just going to tell you that I think you're crazy. But I love your energy and what you're doing because, like I said, a lot of people that I've met are very, very quiet. They don't know how. You see, you're speaking for a nation right now with what you're saying because it's a lot of people that have sickle cells, a lot of people that go through different things, lupus. It's various things that it's not enough focus on it because people are too quiet about what they're doing. And that's why when I started this whole thing with what I was doing, because I usually do it for Madden video games and stuff like that, because video games kept me off the street when I was growing up. And you know, I have a lot of brothers because my dad is a Rasta and he's basically a male whore. I'm one of 36 children from my dad.
Wow.
You know, he's a Jamaican, you know, the whole Rasta thing and stuff like that. So, but I know the one thing that he did do, you know, he's a jerk and a piece of crap. And I went through a lot of stuff being younger, and I went through a lot of things because he wasn't around and my mom had to do what she had to do. But the one thing that he did do was make us know, all of us. So I know every other 35 of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a thing where people have to understand that it's not about just your situation. You're speaking up to let people understand that this is a very relevant issue, that even in this day and time with all this internet access and all these informational things, people still don't show up to blood drives. People still don't, they still have these myths that can be easily, fixed by doing what you said.
Yeah, because they have the mentality that it's not going to happen to them because in their family there is no cancer.
Exactly.
I'm the only one in my family with leukemia.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's a really big family.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, no, not in my family. No, I'm the only one. And people need to realize that the symptoms of having leukemia is the same as a common cold.
Yes.
You get, a little headache. You get, maybe your stomach hurts for a couple of days. You're tired for a couple of days, and then that's all you're going to feel.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you get that blood work, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And
the last phase.
And so pretty much what you're doing right now, because I did look at your Facebook page, and I see exactly what you're doing. And throughout the year, is there any other things that you do, like any other walks? I know you just told me you did yard sales, you did other type of events, charities. Mm-hmm. Like what else do you do to actually get this information out there and make people aware of what's happening?
I always have things in my purse that I just randomly hand out to people. Publix is really Publix near me. They're really big with receiving information of mine and passing it out. Okay. I do different seminars in Orlando to talk about blood cancer. Let's talk about blood work. Let's just all talk. Okay. Chili's, I'm always getting with Chili's at least once a month to do a fundraiser. Chili's is awesome. We're doing give back nights where they give you a percentage of their sales. I never stopped. Once I was diagnosed 3 years ago, I haven't stopped talking about it since then. Okay. And I've been the same way about sickle cell. Yes, sickle cell ever since I could remember, I always talked about it because some people can take their illness as a negative thing. Yes. And not talk about it. I'm going to admit, I did that the first time I was diagnosed with leukemia. I kept it to myself. I'm going to do this by myself. And then after the fact, when I told people why was it that I was canceling on them and why I didn't go to the movies with them, they were actually pretty pissed off about the fact that I kept it to myself. Yeah. That is a pretty selfish. Yeah, that was a pretty selfish move on your part. Good stuff. Very. Okay. Very. But this time around, I receive messages all the time from people on my Facebook, people I know and don't know. I woke up this morning, I was going to call off of work, and then I saw what you were doing. Because my doctor wants me to stay home and just rest.
Yeah.
No, like I said, I wake up, I get my kids ready, I get everything ready, I do my 1 hour insanity workout, and then I keep going.
Yeah, okay.
No,
So, hold on, so wait a minute.
I'm not going to stop moving.
You're still actively working out?
Yes.
Okay, listen. You gotta be okay. Something else is wrong with you besides what you're telling us now. Because I don't understand. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why, like I said, you're an inspiration to me just for me speaking to you now. Like I said, like when I talk to people, I'm able to inspire them based on the stuff that I went through and surviving like different stuff. Different things that people don't really like to talk about. But when you grow up in a certain area, you're exposed to certain things. And I wasn't the perfect guy, and I was able to escape life threatening like inches away from death and escape it. And like I said, but in those situations, even though I was young and I wasn't able to understand because I didn't have a father figure to help me through whatever, as I grew up, I understood. I became accountable for my actions. But I can't touch your story with a goddamn 100-foot pole. So I don't know how the hell you're so happy and you're working out.
I've always had the drive, always been motivated. I was born in New Jersey, raised in the Dominican Republic. I came back to the U.S. when I was 7, 8 years old, back to Patterson.
Okay.
And at the age of 16, I just didn't like what Patterson was offering me. I knew that if I stayed in Patterson, I would probably be a teen mom of some sort or something crazy. So I actually spoke to my parents about moving to Florida, and they were like, oh, no, I don't know. So what I did was I saved up any money I had and just moved in with my uncle in Florida. And my parents found out once I got to Florida and called my uncle.
Okay.
And then they decided to move to Florida too and start over here. I've always been a person of motivation. What I want, I get. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. No one's going to stop me. And if I've been like that for 28 years, that whatever I want, I'm going to get. And whatever I'm going to go over, I'm going to get over regardless of people tell me. Leukemia is really not a big thing for me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's
another headache, but
no, like I said, look, I'm just telling you what it is to me. Because you this is the first time that this is the first time I'm actually speaking with you, meeting you. Your story was given to me from a sub, which I definitely I love that guy for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. But I've always been a very big muscular guy and been a guy that people have feared, and but I'm not a guy. I'm not a bully. I just I always try to be a decent guy. I respect people until I'm disrespected, stuff like that. And it's fascinating to me because no matter what I've done, me just talking to you now, and not just you, other people that's currently going through your situation that I see on a regular basis when I go do these walks and when I do any type of charitable work. You guys fascinate me because I don't know what the F you're doing, because I would have probably jumped in the pool and hoped that I couldn't swim, even though I can swim. I'm not going with the stereotype of African American people of color not being able to swim, but I would try to drown myself. Listen, the things that you guys go through is just it's a one of a kind mindset that you have to get through it. And that's why I feel that regardless of what I do, because like I said, after this you'll see that anything that I do is basically comedy and stuff like that, but this is the other side of me. This is what keeps me level and grounded, because I don't understand how the F you guys do this. And I really just look, I'm a mathematician. I went to school. I did, I'm a different type of guy that will be considered a thug. People that like the person, people that know of me don't believe that I'm so many people in one, because people that I grew up with swear I'm a thug because of what I did with that, but my professors think I'm a genius. But no matter, like I said, no matter what you can accomplish in life, the fortitude and the strength that you guys show when you're basically every day fighting for your life, like somebody that wakes up, somebody wakes up like one of these douchebags that's walking around in skinny jeans, and they wake up like, yeah, I'm about to get the new Lil Wayne album and go party. They don't think that it's their last day, so they can move around like that. You have all these things going. I know that you're tired. Look, when my nana was diagnosed with it, with stomach cancer, she was already in stage 4. She couldn't. I bought her a seated shower seat because she couldn't stand to take a shower. And I know she was older, but I've also seen the younger kids that are attached to the IV, that are taking the chemo, that can't stand up to do things, but they're still somehow doing goddamn push-ups with me when I go around, and they're motivated. And I'm saying to myself, you guys, you need to have yourself checked out for stuff other than what you're getting yourself checked out for, because something is definitely. But
no, Yeah, I have my moments where, it's hard to get in the shower, get out the shower. I'm just gonna stand there. I'm not gonna scream for help. I'm not going to do it. And I refuse. Like the other day, I was talking to a friend of ours, and he's like, "Oh, so what you doing?" I was like, "Oh, leaving radiation." "Oh, okay, so you want me to let you go?" I was like, "No, you keep me company on the phone."
What?
"You're driving yourself?" I was like, "Yeah, I just finished radiation. I'm going to pick up my oldest son, and then probably take him to pick up a Happy Meal because I really don't think I'm going to cook tonight." And he was amazed. He just sat there like, "So you drive yourself?" "Yes." And it's not because I don't have somebody to drive me. Of course I do. But no, I don't find the need. I don't see it.
What?
If my foot can touch that pedal, why am I not driving? And of course I'm not going to put myself in danger. If I know I can't. But no, I have life in me.
Yeah, listen. Like I said, I don't know what to say. Like I said, you just made me extra motivated, and I'm a very ambitious and motivated person, but you just added a lot more to, like what I always say, regardless of the things that I do, and I go mad, I go wild and ridiculous on my videos when I'm doing comedy, and I say the most ridiculous things, but at this other side of me, this is what fascinates me and keeps me driving and keeps me motivated to bring out new material and other ways and other types of thinking, because there are people like you out there that just don't have an outlet to be heard, and there are also people that don't understand that all these myths about giving blood and all that stuff is just not true. And the more people that step up like you and are able to do this, in which, like I said, I don't know what the F you're doing, and after I'm done, I'm going to listen to this again just to make sure that you're saying the stuff you're saying, because I think I'm going crazy about what you're saying. But I've seen people go through radiation and things like that and just like are done for the rest of the day. Like they get the wheelchair after they come out of the room, and it's just like, look, he's going home and he's there, and that's it. And you're doing other stuff, and I know based on your mindset that you wouldn't put yourself in danger. So I know that there's something extra that's in you that's keeping you going. You just sat here and explained to us that there's nothing in your stomach. Sometimes you have a cracker. You're having clear inshore, clear inshore and stuff like that. This is a very, very fascinating fact to know that to have that kind of mindset, to know that what you're doing right now is such a dangerous thing, and to go through it like that, because regardless of whatever, you actually win. And that's the fascination. It's very, very fascinating to me that you're doing it the way you're doing it. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. I think that you're a psychopath. And I hear that a lot. Yeah, but I love what you're doing, and that's why I do what I do. That's why I organize these blood drives. That's why I go out there and I do the walks and stuff like that. Because I love to hear these kind of things, because it gives you more of a motivation in a general life to just know that just don't take nothing for granted. Is basically what I take for this. Nothing. And people like you should be able to go up and have a bigger avenue. And like I said, I wish you nothing but the best. I'm definitely going to try to I'm going to definitely try to get in contact with you later on. I really, I'm going to be watching what you're doing on the Facebook page and try to, keep in contact, because I really want to know how it goes, because I know that the mutation is going to come down, because sometimes it's bigger than just what the doctors are saying. Sometimes it's your mindset, and with your mindset, the way that it's going and the way that you're moving, I see nothing but, regardless of what they tell you, a success in what you've brought to this world, because your mindset is something to be, to be reckoned with. And that's after speaking with a lot of people that's going through different things. I've never once heard, the new thing that I got from you is doing insanity workouts. I don't know what the F is wrong with you, but you need to stop at some point, but they can't stop you.
No, actually, I couldn't sleep at all last night because I was up throwing up, and I actually ordered the Brazilian butt lift to do next after I'm done with insanity.
Hold up, what?
I'm not gonna stop.
What? You're doing butt lifts?
Doing something.
Hold up, you're doing butt lifts? Are you serious?
That's the next one that I ordered.
What? Listen, look, man, look, I don't know what's going on with you, but you're very entertaining, and I love your energy. And I know, like I said, because even me, with everyday stuff that's going on, sometimes we all as human beings get down, but you have more of a reason to be down when you are in those times. And just the way that you're able to bounce back and to know that there is something you could do. You're doing your research, you're doing butt lifts. Next thing you're going to tell me is that you're getting breast implants. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, but...
No, I don't need that. No.
Okay, so that's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. So, like I said, before you go, though, I want you to just give your full name so that people will... Because I'm gonna call this podcast Meet Your Full Name. That's what it's going to be. So, just go ahead and say... What's your full name again?
It's Alqui Almonte.
Okay, and that's what the name of the podcast will be. It's gonna be Meet Alqui. Alqui.
Yes, like an alcoholic.
Okay, Alqui, and it's Almonte.
Almonte.
Almonte. And you're Dominican, and you're Dominican, and what else?
And Cape Verdean.
And Cape Verde. Okay, all right. So that's basically what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna need. I'm gonna post your a link to your Facebook page on my Facebook page, and like I said, it's gonna be available via iTunes within, I guess, 20 minutes, because Apple likes to F around with me sometimes when I send it to them. But it'll be up within 20 minutes. I want to thank you for this time, and I want you to promise that. How long do you think before I can speak to you again after all? Because you said you have 4 weeks left for that medication.
Yes.
Okay, because I would like to speak to you after that. I want to keep like a timeline of your growth and what you're going and how you're reaching people, and just to know how you're doing. If that's okay with you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Okay, so in about 4 weeks, you should be done with this medication that they're giving you now. I want to know where the mutation is. I want it to be down from 27%. I don't want to hear nothing less than that. I mean, more than that. So you got to keep whatever your butt lift does for you, whatever it does. I need you to bring that number down.
Maybe by then I'll have Kissimmee and Orlando. Well, I'm talking to the city council right now with Kissimmee and Orlando to set an actual leukemia awareness day once a year.
Okay.
Looking at October 23rd being the day, but I'm still talking to them and trying to get that approved through them.
Okay, and what I'm gonna do is because what I'm gonna do is the last time I was in Florida last year October, I went to Disney World, but that was the first time I ever went. I just had to go, and my kids wanted to go, so we went. But I the next time I go to Florida, I would like if you can arrange, like if you're gonna be arranging these walks, I will bring the whole GmiasWorld camp, whatever the F we'll try to do, and try to get us from out of New York and go down there to support it. But we would have to try to figure it out in advance. But I would love to meet you in person just to see what the F is going on, because I have a lot of people that are going to be flying out to New York to meet me at this walk that I'm doing for wish.org September 29th, because they're fascinated with me. And after speaking to you, I don't know why anybody would be fascinated with me, but they're coming to meet me on the 29th, and I would love to meet you probably next year or something if you're having a walk, and come down there and just just to be able to see what's going on. So I would like for you to put that in your planner that I will be possibly coming to see you within a year. If that walk,
definitely, that would be awesome.
Yeah, if you do that walk next year, that's something that I'm looking forward to, that I'm actually going to write on my calendar. So do you know if that will be around the same time in October?
It's always in October, usually around the 10th.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna mark that. I'm gonna take my kids out of school. I definitely want to meet Alqui. That's on my to-do list. I want to meet you. So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna let you go and go ahead and go do some butt lifts, and I'm gonna get this processed and get this out to all my people, and I'll make sure you have all those links and everything you need to know. And like I said, I love what you're doing. I love your mindset. And I really thank you for joining me today. And if there's anything you want to say on the closeout, to anything you want to close out with, I'll leave it to you.
Just thank you for having me, and just for people to be aware that blood cancer is a real cancer. And let's not stereotype people that are dealing with disease as weak-minded or weak or anything like that. We're strong-minded. We're strong. We're more than a ribbon strong. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to have people talking about blood cancers just like everybody talks about breast cancer.
Yep, exactly. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I always say in the sign-off, until next time, one love.